What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another Scum video. I hope we're all doing well as always. Thank you very much for your guys' support the channel, guys. Greatly appreciated. Now, if you don't already, I'm sponsored by GG Host, so please don't forget to use my affiliate link if you want to rent yourself out a server, and don't forget to use RayKit in the promo just before you purchase it to get your 50% off as well. Right, guys, getting straight into this video now, getting direct. Now, firstly, before anything, this game is early access. It is not finished. There are bugs, there are features that are unfinished, and also features that may be taken out of the game, fixed, removed, brought back in, and repurposed. So I just want to put that there, that the game is not complete and there will be bugs. So there is a reason why I'm making this video, because I have preached on the streams about people making videos about things that are broken. Now, the devs have done such a phenomenal job with this game over the last 5 years, considering COVID, considering lots of things happen in their own country, and even still pulling out what they have pulled out within a 5-year period is absolutely phenomenal. That's a lot to say in less than 1 minute. So what I want to get onto here is stuff about the puppets. Now, yes, you guys know what I'm going to be talking about. Here's a little clip here of me on the Pure Scum server, which is a hardcore server on a dedicated GG host servers. And I just want to say this is nothing to do with the server itself, ladies and gents. There was probably 15 to 20 people on the server. My ping is fine. My internet connection is fantastic. There are no issues, and a lot of other people have been claiming to have the same issue. Now here, I'm going to be putting this out here publicly to really see how many people are dealing with this, as the devs have created a new system for the puppets, but it has created also a lot of issues as well. Now, I know a lot of players out there are complaining about the Horde system. Personally, I love the Horde system. It really brings in some exciting stuff. There are other ways around things. I think there could be more puppets at nighttime that would, you know, run compared to walk, possibly during the day, make things a little bit more difficult. I think day and night should have a different dynamic, personally. I think that would be very, very interesting to see that kind of dynamic in the game. So getting on to the video clip, ladies and gents, this happened just the other day on the live stream. And you can see that my arrows are going through the puppets. This seems to be an issue with melee as well, and obviously with ranged. So this is something that's very concerning. Not sure if this is to do with players, if any PvP players out there want to sort of contribute and see if this is happening to other players, or is it just something that's happening with the Horde system, considering that's the system they're doing. And they have just replaced and changed their whole infrastructure. I don't know any more about that, but that's what they said about their on the dev update on Monday. And it's now Thursday, so they have changed their infrastructure, and I want to know more about this, so I'm going to try and do a bit of digging and see what I can find out for you guys. Here's another clip as well. I'm in a bunker, and I'm about to go into a door, and suddenly, bang, there's a puppet on top of me. Now, I understand the situation with the puppets. I understand the situation that the game isn't finished. I'm taking all this into an account, and I'm also taking into account I am on a hardcore server, so one hit can kill, which makes things very, very interesting. And also, you kind of really and truly get that real Scum vibe. You know, PvE is really where this game is. Adding the PvP elements is the treat. That's the icing on top. That's the sprinkles. You know, that's the chocolates. I could go on forever with that one, but obviously the PvP stuff is the stuff that's on top of everything else, because predominantly you're going to be doing PvE stuff, you know, repairing, cleaning, you're cooking, you're hunting, you're looting, you're selling, and all this sort of stuff as well. And that kind of goes on to a couple of things, well, which we're going to move on into a moment with the trader system. I'm hoping this is all being recorded. We're about 3.5 minutes in right now. Okay, so that's looking good. I don't want this to be long. I don't want to take too much of your time, okay, ladies and gents? So if you haven't hit the like button already, or the subscribe button, then please don't forget to do that. We have been following the game since day one in 2018, and we will go through all the way to the end. So moving on to the, well, we'll stick with the puppets just for the moment. So we understand that there are issues with puppets, and we really need these fixed, because right now these are predominantly our main threat. We do have predatory animals out there like the bears and the wolves and stuff like that, whereas animals, mostly 80% I would say, you find them roaming now. And the extra 20%, the last 20% is probably going to be hunting, like you actually have to track them down, because a lot of players weren't too happy with this. So that's my issue with the Horde. So I really want the devs to sort of really get this fixed and try and get that system finished, because I mean, obviously we are leaning more towards 1.0 now. Right, now moving on to the traders, something that I really find that I've found with this game more fun on a hardcore server is the traders kind of not being in use. You know, I have to be able to use my cards and go and loot and sell to get money to get my respawns, right? I'm not making money for any other reason on these servers. I'm making money strictly for my spawns. I'm not making money to buy stuff. I know that's different for some other servers. I'm just talking about from my perspective in a survival environment, a survival game. I do kind of feel like the traders have taken away the survival element. And especially, obviously, with the gas stations as well, having to buy the gas doesn't make too much sense either. Now, I know there's settings for all different kinds of players and all different kinds of servers and stuff, but this is predominantly supposed to be a survival game, and that survival element kind of feels like it's been taken out when the majority of players, are using the traders as a crutch. Right, so you're actually using the traders more than you're actually going out and doing stuff and surviving and stuff like this. And unfortunately, right now we have to go to the traders to sell stuff to get the money for the respawn. Personally, for me, I think this all needs to go down to the fame point system. The fame point system is something that is very, very important, something that's very unique to open world survival, and obviously to Scum itself. It's like the metabolism system. I mean, the metabolism system isn't even finished yet. We got the bone breakages, we got the, you know, boiling the water, bacterial infections, which we technically do have. If you are wearing dirty clothes and you've got a cut, then that could turn into sepsis eventually once the bacteria kicks in on the open wound and stuff. But then you got aseptic rags. You can use isopropyl. You can use many alcohols now because there was a patch to use all the alcohols to disinfect the rags, to use that as well. Just don't bundle them rags once the aseptics are done, so because they will vanish as well. I know I'm pushing out a lot in this video. It's kind of like I'm having a little rant, but I'm doing it constructive. Like I'm trying to be as constructive as possible. I'm not throwing it all at the devs and saying you suck, you do this. Like, the devs have done such a phenomenal job, guys. There's no other game out there like this, and they're going to be bringing in NPCs. There's a lot going on, and I just cannot wait for the mods in the future. Devs have got to get the core features into this game first, and I want to see new maps and all this sort of stuff, which, you know, it's going to happen. And I have had some of the top DayZ creators, the top DayZ modders, not going to say who they are, but they are the top ones, and they have come to me and said to me when 1.0 is coming out, because they want to mod for Scum. There's going to be a lot coming to this game because Scum does cater for more. You've got a more advanced metabolism system. You have a very advanced medical system, which obviously isn't complete yet. And obviously the hypothermia system and everything that happens with your character, you know, and connects with the world, so to speak. You know, like infections, like the sunlight, the shade, the heating, the cold, everything. There's so much to this game, and there's so much I want to put in this video, but I don't want to make this really long. So there are a few of my concerns with the game right now. Like I said in another video, it's an identity thing. It's an identity sort of crisis in that respect. And I really do feel leaning more towards 1.0 now. Some of these features should kind of be set in stone. But I've got all the respect for the devs. I understand that problems do arise. Things happen, programming, anything with the company, all this sort of stuff. They've obviously got the Jagex acquisition now, which I'm hoping is going to do much better to help the devs sort of speed things up. They've got a new infrastructure, might have something to do with Jagex now in trying to help them. I mean, Jagex are a 20+ year old company, maybe 25 years old now. Whereas Jagex Gamepires are only something like 5 or something like that. So, you know, Jagex are going to be out there to help them as their publisher as well, to propel this game where it needs to go in terms of survival. And I really hope to see more survival things. I want to see more PvE stuff because, like I said, the PvP is the sprinkle on top. That's what you put into the game to you know, to interact with everything else as a player. You know, you are a player versus the environment, but you also have other players that you can do PvP, PvE sort of stuff. It's very, very important to have that. Anyway, that's my little rant. Guys, please leave a comment down in the description below. If you made it this far into the video, well done. Thank you so much for just listening to me talk for a long, like the last 10 minutes. But please let me know what you think, how it's working out for you. Are you seeing this sort of stuff? And maybe leave a like and subscribe as well. Guys, please have a lovely day. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. And I'll catch you on the live stream tomorrow. Take care.